Hello everyone, how are you today? It's a happy Friday, alright? So it's the 19th of June 2020 on Friday. So welcome to my another live stream today. So let's get started today. So every Friday I will talk about KTS, K's trading strategy, basically my own strategy. As per a request from the traders, I will talk about my own strategy, trading edges, and also the way I capture the trend too. So today, as the title says, I will talk about the stochastic divergence, how you can identify the divergence on stochastics, and how I usually take trades. Look for the entry chance by looking at the divergence. So if you're already interested in this topic, please press a good button, and please subscribe and click the bell button so that you get notified as I do these lives every week. Alright, so let's get started. So basically, right, if you're new to my channel, I do the lives on this schedule. This might be changing anytime soon, right? But yeah, this is the current schedule. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, I talk about Ichimoku Basic lecture, and Wednesdays, Fridays, I talk about my own strategy. And on every Saturdays, I will talk about the psychology money management. So tomorrow, I will talk about one of the psychology that I'm thinking is important for traders. I will talk about that tomorrow. And also on Sundays, every Sundays, I talk about weekly Forex forecast for upcoming week. And on Mondays, I run the Forex Tester 4 and exactly show you how I take trades by running the Forex Tester 4. So this Ichimoku weekly Forex forecast, Forex Tester 4, and Ichimoku Basic lecture, K's trading strategies, right? All these are actually on the playlist. So if you have missed any of these videos, actually everything's saved up in the archive, so you can check them later and enjoy the archive. Alright, so let's see. So today, right now, right, today is the 19th of June on Friday, but I only see this EURGBP to be trending upwards, which is showing right here on this screen. Sorry, not this one, sorry. EURGBP is this one. Yeah. So yeah, in a 4-hour chart it is moving up, right? So I will pick up this one and show you exactly how I capture the trading edge by using stochastic divergence today. So I've already talked about stochastics, did cross gold cross by running Forex Tester 4 and how I capture the trend. So you can check that in terms of the crosses, right? But today is going to be the divergence. So I value divergence a lot whenever I take trades. So let's get started, right? So basically all this knowledge is basically based on my own experience. So when you take trades, please do with your risks, right? Because I'm not here to take responsibility when it comes to taking trades, and you are the one who needs to take responsibility, right? Because that's a job for the Forex trader. Alright, so let's see. I can see lots of comments and people here today. Thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you. Alright, good to see you. So right now it's going up, right? EURGBP in 4-hour chart, right? The Kumo is going up right now, right? And Senko span B is going up, Senko span A moving up, and Kijun Sen is also moving upwards too. So this is how I define the uptrend or downtrend, right? So I look at the Kumo, and if it's going up, right, it is uptrend first of all. And if the Senko span B is going up, and also Senko span A is also going up, this is the uptrend. And also Kijun Sen's moving upwards right now too. So this is the clear uptrend in 4-hour chart. Alright. And now the price is kind of away from the Tenkan Sen right now. So this looks to be quite a strong bullish trend. But we can still look for the buy chance, right? Because there is a breakout, clear breakout at the recent high, moving upwards, right? And also Kumo and Kijun Sen are all moving upwards. And also Chikou span is breaking the recent low, so recent high, upwards too. So this is clear uptrend, so we can look for the buy chance. Okay, I hope it's clear so far. So always follow the trend is the key for me. Whenever I take trades, whenever I look for the trade chance, I only take trades where there is a trend, and I don't usually take trades where there is a range market in the bigger time frames. So today is actually my own strategy day. So I will talk about Ichimoku, but also I will talk about some of my own strategies too. So basically, these are the indicators and tools that I usually use to take trades. Right? So I already talked about a couple of these indicators now, and I will be talking about this divergence today on stochastics. So here is my setting of the stochastics. I use percent K 30, percent D 10, and slowing 10. And this is my favorite setup on this stochastics. So it is actually down here. Oh, by the way, this PDF is available for free, to download. So if you would like to have this PDF, my own strategy, you can click on the link below, and you can find the link to download. So you can always come to here and download this PDF. Because basically every Wednesdays and Fridays I talk about my own strategy too. So yeah, again today I will talk about the stochastics and how I capture the trading edge by looking at the divergence of the market. So let's take a look at the EURGBP in smaller time frames, right? So let's take a look at the one. Okay, this is the 1 hour chart, and let me ask you one question, right? Is this moving up or down or horizontal? I think this is pretty much like a simple question, but just make sure that we're on the same page, right? So do you think this is ranging or uptrend or downtrend? What is your call? Let me ask you one simple question first. All right, in the meantime, let me see who is here. Thank you for joining, everyone. Suboroto Roy, J.A. Jonathan, Mr. Finantis, Richard, Aussie, Anthony, Green, Jonathan, Texas. All right, thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you. All right. Hi, Texas Trader. Thank you for joining and becoming a member. Thank you. All right. All right. So you can join the Discord from the community tab on YouTube, and you can get all the perks available. And if you're not really sure how to join the Discord, please let me know by email so that I can help you out too. All right. Hi, Park, Kim, and Robert, Thanapol, Fabio, Gabriele. Thank you for joining. Atul Sitaram, and Nico, Gabriel, Mac, No Nonsense, Lee. Thank you for joining, everyone. Shaun, good to see you. All right, Talal, and June, Lee Yan. All right, good to see you, everyone. All right, so this one uptrend clear, right? So uptrend, up. Yep, everybody's right. Yep. So this is uptrend, right? This is uptrend clearly, right? No doubt. Because even if you don't show this Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, I think you can say this is uptrend because the lows are getting higher, right? Basically, the lows are getting higher now, and the highs are getting higher too. If you take this one as a high, right, the highs are still getting higher too. So this is uptrend clearly. All right, and also if you want some backup from this Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, the Kumo, right? If you look at the Kumo as a whole, ever since it's twisted right here, the Kumo has been moving up. So it's uptrend, right? And also the Senko span B is technically horizontal, but Senko span A is moving up, and the Kijun Sen is also moving upwards too. So this is the clear uptrend, right? It's a clear uptrend. So let's take a look at the even smaller time frames, right? So let's pick up the 5-minute chart. Alright, so in this 5-minute chart, is this moving up or down or horizontal now? Let me ask you this question. Alright, so this is a 5-minute chart on this EURGBP. But is it moving up or down or horizontal? Alright, good to see you, everyone. Good to see you. Alright. Hi, Martin and TJ. Hasrul, thank you for joining. Alright. Alright, George, thank you for joining as well. Alright, Bentui, good to see you. Alright. Hi, Devil, thank you for joining as well. Yeah, good to have you here. Good to have you back. Alright, Richard. Right, ranging now, up and pull back, right, ranging, horizontal, flat, horizontal, flat. Oh wow, you got the right answer. That's great, that's great. I'm glad that you're getting it. Yeah. So based on the KTS, this is actually flat. You know the reason why? You know the reason why this is flat? And whenever I see the market is flat, right, I won't really look for the buy chance. I mean, on this one, this is a smaller time frame, so I don't really care about the Ichimoku. But we know that this is ranging. And what is the reason for that? All right, up to ranging and retracement. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, what's the reason for this being flat right now? I think there are a couple of answers, right? So there is no right or wrong answers here. So I won't judge that way here. So you can just type your answers freely, so that I can pick up some, and I will explain that too. All right. All right, David, good to see you. All right. But from flat going uptrend, all right, breaking high and retest. Yep. It's kind of like an inside bar, right? Inside bar. Senko span AB, Kijun Sen flat. Right. Kijun Sen flat. Senko span AB, Kijun Sen flat. Right. That's true. That's true. Kijun Sen flat. Kumo ranging. Flat platform. Right. Exactly. Price between the lines. All right. Between the Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen. Right. Right. Kijun Sen, Senko span B2 are flat. Right. Senko span B and A flat. Right. Yellow lines getting closer to the candles. Right. The Chikou span is getting closer to the candles. That is another answer for its ranging market. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, Kijun Sen. Yeah, and also Kijun Sen flat, right? Kijun Sen is flat, and the Kumo itself is flat, right? Senko span A flat, Senko span B flat. That's true. All right. Chikou span overlapping with the price action. Exactly. Yep, everybody's right. Everybody's right, basically. Yep. Hi, Earthlight. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. Chikou span is in the candles. Exactly. Yep, so everybody's right. Everybody's graduating from KTS University already. You get the right answers. Yeah, so I think you are understanding Ichimoku correctly. So Ichimoku is basically, visualizing the market situation. And everything is actually on this Ichimoku original book that I have been reading through. I am actually working on the second book, which will be available within the Ichimoku community, right? Where I talk about 3 theories, wave and time and price theories. I'm working on to write that book So and it should be coming sometime in this summer. But yeah, so Ichimoku is basically visualizing the market condition by these lines. So it's making us easier to recognize the current market situation. All right. So one thing to add, if I can add one more thing about that, right? I see that the uptrend is over this candlestick right now, right? That's because on the next bullish candlestick, right? On the next bullish candlestick, it's renewing the recent low downwards, right? It's breaking the recent low downwards to this way. And this is one of the reasons why this is uptrend. This is the end of the uptrend, and it's now flat consolidating, right? And actually these lines are showing it, right? These lines are becoming flat, and that means that the market is not renewing the recent high anymore for a couple of minutes now. And this is showing that the the bullish energy is now, bullish power is now consolidating. All right. Yeah, Kijun Sen flat, right? Senko span 2 is flat, Kijun Sen flat, right. Yep. Means sellers are winning against buyers, and they are going into equilibrium and going in the range. Yep, exactly. And also, yeah, the price being within the Kijun Sen and Tenkan Sen right now, right? So that's another confirmation, right? That the price is now ranging, while Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are both flat. So this is the ranging market, and there's no trend as of now. All right. So from this candlestick right here, it doesn't renew the recent high anymore, but it might, right? If it goes upwards and renews the recent high upwards, then this is the continuous uptrend. So we can still look for the buy chance by using Ichimoku and price action. All right, I hope it's clear so far. So far, so good. And actually, I talk all about this Ichimoku knowledge within this Ichimoku community. This is a monthly subscription, but if you see the join button, that's the way you can join this Ichimoku community. And if you want to see more about Ichimoku community, then you can click on the link below, and you can get all the details within my website. But yeah, Ichimoku is very simple, very very deep. So every time I read through this Ichimoku original book, I learn a lot, right? I learn something new. I think I've read this like twice, not twice, sorry, 20 times almost, right? Up until today. But yeah, I'm still learning. Every time I open this book, I still learn a lot. And this is actually Ichimoku Complete. It says a complete volume. So there are 5 volumes that's available in public, and this is just one of them. So anyways, I will talk about Ichimoku on my Ichimoku live streams in the future. Today's topic is about the Stochastic Divergence. So I don't think I will go deeper than that about Ichimoku. Alright, in the past, price has been resisted by Kijun Sen, so can we expect it will go up again? Yeah, that's true. The price has been supported by the Kijun Sen, right, a couple of times. So now we can expect that the price might be supported by the Kijun Sen, and it goes upwards and renews the recent high upwards all the way. Yeah, that can be an expectation. Yep. So this kind of things is very important to to notice. Yeah, because this means that the market is reacted by this Kijun Sen. So that's very important. That's very important. Yep. All right. Yeah, so technically this is support. Yeah. Well, however you call it, right? Ichimoku Sanjin, right? Goichi Hosoda said that the Kumo is actually the resistance zone, right? He never called this as Kumo or cloud, right? But Goichi Hosoda called this as a resistance zone because it might be resisted by the price. Whether it's going to be a support or resistance, right? It's going to be resisted by the Kumo and the price will be going up or downwards. So, yeah. So, however we call it, it's okay. I mean, yeah. 20 times. Wow, and it's still new. Right. I read this 20 times. Or maybe more than 20 times. I don't know how many times I read this already. Because I was referring to this book while I was writing the Ichimoku Basic Master Book. That's available within the Ichimoku community. And also, yeah, I'm working on the 3 theories book too within the community. And I'm actually reading it through again. But still, I am learning a lot. So I wish you can read Japanese. I wish you know about some words in Japanese and you can read this through. So, yeah, anyways. It's that deep, right? It's that deep on that original books. So anyways, let's talk about some stochastics to capture the trend. I mean, to capture the trading edges, right? So below here is the stochastics, right? And I use the settings of 30, 10, 10 settings. This is relatively slower, but I rely on this one. Actually, it's been working for me, and that's why I have been using this one. All right. Reading Japanese, why not? Sure, I can teach you Japanese. I have a license of teaching Japanese, and that's what I was doing when I was in the US, so I can teach you some Japanese. Yep. All right, so anyways, so let's come back to the 4-hour chart, right? So in 4, this is upwards, right? This is uptrend, and we see that there is a Kumo moving up, and Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen are also moving upwards too. So this is uptrend. So if you look at the 5, right, and if you try to find where the potential buy chance is, right, that's when you can look at the stochastics, and that's when you can focus on this divergence. Okay. All right. There's another question. Why are you looking at M5, not 15? Oh, actually, I can look at both, right? I can look at both and compare. It's fine. I think it's going up there more than it does on 5. Okay. So I can look at the 15 too. So I will take a look at that one later. But let me just focus on the 5 first and see if we see any divergence in the market. All right. So if you look at the market right now, like this, right? So this is uptrend the whole time, right? It is uptrend the whole time. So basically, we're looking for the buy chance, right? But where to buy is a question, right? Where to buy the question, and stochastic divergence usually appears when it's in the range. Of course, you can see on the trend too, but especially when you see on the range, within the range, while it's moving up in a bigger time frame, that's when you can look at the divergence. Try to find the divergence and take trades on those points. Again, this is not 100%, right? This is not 100% accurate, but I do take a look at those divergence to capture the trading edge. So divergence happens whenever you see the opposite direction or opposite way of behaving, right, from the market to this stochastics indicator. So where you can find this divergence is that it's clearly right here. If you look at the lows of the candles, right, it's getting lower, right? The lows are getting lower. But if you look at the stochastics at that time, the lows are getting higher, right? And this is what we call divergence, because the lows are getting higher within the market, but if you look at the stochastics, the lows are actually getting higher. So that means that this is going backwards, right? The price is going downwards, but there are more buyers than sellers actually. So we can see that there are lots and lots of like buying power here when there's a divergence. So we can expect that the price will go upwards from here, this way. So this is when you can find the divergence by stochastics. And this is what I usually look at and look for in 15 or 5-minute chart. Yeah, so right now it's already gone up already. So it's in the past, but this is a great example where you can find the divergence. So once again, right, take a look at these lows and highs. And if you look for the buy chance, right, if you look for the buy chance, then you better look at the lows. You better focus on the lows of the market, and you look at the lows of this stochastics. And whenever they're going backwards, this is actually the divergence, so that you can expect that the price will be going upwards from here. So yeah, that's how I look at the divergence and take trades, basically. So now the price is going up, right, in 5. So basically I focus on the gold crosses only, right? Whenever I look at the market, I look at the gold crosses here, or like in this place too, like right here, there is another gold cross. So these are the places where I will look for the buy chance, right, in 5. And once again, I don't really take trades by looking at the stochastics only. I always look at the price action, the candlestick formation, and also the candlestick patterns too, to capture and take trades. So in that sense, stochastics is one of the supportive indicators for me. And also Bollinger Band is another supportive indicator for me too. Whenever it's squeezing or whenever it's expanding, that's how I capture the market trading edges. All right. Right, Senko Span B alone is actually very powerful. Whenever you look at the Senko Span B angle in bigger time frames, that's very powerful already. Yeah, because that means that, you know, the highs are getting higher and the lows are getting higher too. So it is the uptrend when Senko Span B is moving up. Yep. So you get the idea of how to capture the divergence with stochastics. Yes, this is a pure Ichimoku from Japan. Sure. And yeah, I am proud to deliver this message from Japan as a Japanese trader. Yeah. To be honest, I've never expected that, you know, this many traders are interested in Ichimoku. Yeah, because all these knowledge are basically in Japanese. I got these knowledge from Japan, in Japanese. So it was a big surprise, but yeah, at the same time, it's very nice to, you know, see these people, right, from all over the world who are interested in Ichimoku and also Forex tradings. So it's great. For this case, when divergence happen in 5, at the higher time frame, uptrend may not develop yet, right? So yeah, let's take a look at the 4. So let me plot the time here, right? So this is when you see a divergence, right, on this candlestick. So let's take a look at the 4, and where was it at that time? Okay, so it was here. So in 4-hour chart, I don't look at the stochastics, but I mainly look at the price action. So what you can see is that the from this candlestick, the price is actually going upwards, right? So on the next candlestick, you can look for the buy chance. Yeah, or if the market is already moving upwards at that time, then I will take that divergence and already take a buy and expect the market will go upwards to this way too. So yeah, and that's because if you look at the divergence in 5, right, the potential will be the price being going upwards from here. So if I take a buy here, then yes, you say, right, the market is not yet uptrend, but I can expect that the market might be going upwards from here after it's been ranging. So that's somewhere that I will be taking trades as a trading edges. And if you look at the 1 hour chart, right, yeah, the Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen were actually slightly moving up or horizontal, and Kumo was, I think, horizontal at that time too. So yeah, this case, right, in this area was not really the great example to actually look for the buy chance at the divergence, because it was not in the middle of the uptrend. But sometimes we see divergence while the market is moving upwards in bigger time frames, and that's when you can really take that divergence to take trades. Gold cross means the green line cross above the red. Yeah, so if you look at this stochastics, yeah, green line crossing red line above is actually the gold cross. Yeah. All right. Okay, you are the best. Thank you. Thank you for the words. All right. All right. Stochastics, I use 30, 10, 10. All right, Texas, we love Ichimoku. Sure, sure. Great to hear that. Great to hear that. All right. Need to know how stochastics in his formula to understand clearly what happens. Yeah, so you can backtest, right? You can backtest by running Forex Tester 4, or I will be talking about the stochastics in my future lives too. So you can keep learning from that, from this setup of this 30, 10, 10. So yeah, what about this equilibrium on the 4-hour chart? Yeah, so right now the price has been going all the way up, especially in 4-hour chart, right? The price has been going all the way upwards now. So we can expect that the price might be retracing backwards to this way. Yeah. Yeah, the buying energy is quite strong right now. So we can expect that the price might be retracing at some point. All right. Is the divergence will give us an early trading edges? Yes. Yes. Divergence is actually to capture the beginning of the trend or beginning of the how do you say, like the dagger breakout. So yeah, which one better between 5-minute chart or 15-minute chart as a tool to look for a trading edge? Actually, it depends, and that's why I look at both. I look at 15-minute chart and 5-minute chart, and I compare these time frames and see which one will be better to take trades. So let's take a look at the 15. All right, and let me pull up the stochastics right now. Okay, so in this 15-minute chart too, we can still see another divergence, right? We see that the lows are getting lower. Sometimes I mix up some languages, so my apologies. Sometimes English is like tongue twisting, because usually I speak Japanese 100% in Japan, so have to get used to it. But yeah, when you look at the lows of the market, right, the lows are getting lower, right? But if you look at the stochastics, the lows are getting higher from here, right? So this is what we call divergence. So we can also expect that the price might be going upwards from here, or maybe from here, precisely from here. So in this case, in both 50-minute chart and 5-minute chart works as a divergence, so you can pick up whichever time frame is okay in this case. Yeah, so basically whenever you see the stochastics and whenever you see the price being, going toward the direction against the stochastics, or the stochastics going against the candlestick patterns or price actions, that's somewhere that we can look for a divergence. Maybe when we see divergence, we pay attention to the price action that follows. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you don't want to take buy or sell just by looking at the divergence. We always have to focus on the candlestick patterns too. Yeah, price action, candlestick patterns, very important. And that's why I only use candlesticks, right? I don't really use Heikin Ashi or Renko Ashi, because I want to see these wicks and I want to see these 4 information within one candlestick, start and end, and highest and lowest price. These are very important whenever you look at this market, and that's why I only look at the candlesticks. All right. I used to use MACD, but I don't really use CCI, so I'm not really sure the correlation. Yeah, and stochastics is just my favorite now, so yeah. Always being something new from you. Sure. You're welcome. It's very smooth. Yeah, this is smooth. This is a 30-10-10. So let me show you again. So my setting of the stochastics is percent K is 30, percent D is 10, and slowing is 10. And that's why it says 30-10-10 over here, right? Do you consider the 80 and 20 level in the stochastics? Yes, it's very important, whenever I see the gold cross below 20, that's more reliable. And whenever I see the dead cross above the 80, that's more reliable. Yeah, or I draw the 50% level, 50 level, like this way. And whenever the crosses happen above or below 50, that's also important too. Your previous demo on the stochastics on Forex Tester 4 has demonstrated that having patience is worth it. Oh, sure, yeah. Patience is the key. Yeah. In Japan, we say that the waiting is also also the job for a trader, for a pro trader. So yeah, we think that the waiting is a key to success too. Not really focusing on looking for trading edges or placing buy or sell buttons, but also waiting is another job actually. What we'll be expecting to see in stochastics when it's start retracing. So when it starts retracing backwards, basically the market might retrace too in stochastics. Divergence works on all time frames or just 1 or 4 hour chart. It works in any time frames. Yeah, it works in any time frames. So you can actually take a look at the bigger time frames like daily or 4, and it's been working too. Personally, I don't really look at it because yeah, I only use divergence or stochastics to capture the trading edges, and that's why I only take that one in smaller time frames. But yeah, technically, right, because the market is fractal, we can take this one in any time frames. So let's see if I can see somewhere that there is a divergence. Yeah, so maybe this one was a divergence right here, right? The lows are getting lower. Oops, not this one. The lows are getting lower right here, but if you look at the stochastics, the lows are getting not so much lower, right? It's like horizontal. So this is still the divergence, right? In the price action, the lows are getting lower, but in stochastics, the lows are kind of equal level. So we can expect the price might be going upwards from here. So it works on this forward chart or any other time frames. It's clear, okay? It's clear. It's harder to spot divergence with MACD. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, I'm not really sure about MACD divergence. I don't really use MACD. I used to use it, but no more, so I forgot about MACD. But yeah, because stochastics, it's got only two lines. I think it's more simple to capture a divergence too. Love from India. Sure, thank you. Thank you for joining. All right. For this EURGBP at a 5-minute time frame, what is your approach to look for the buy chance? Yeah, so right now, let's take a look at the 5, right? So, first of all, if I look at the stochastics, it is sloping downwards now, right? And also, if you look at the current price action, the highs are getting lower, and the lows are getting lower too. So, this is somewhere that I won't look for the buy chance anymore, because this is trending downwards, and we can see that there is a kind of looking like a head and shoulders or like a double top looking like shape here. So this might be a reverse to the downside right here. So I will wait for the price to be breaking the recent high upwards and look for the buy chance afterwards. Unless there is any clear breakout, I won't look for the buy chance. That's first, right? That's the first condition that I'll be looking at. And also, right, if you look at the 4, right, this is the uptrend, right? In the forward chart, Kijun Sen up and Senko span AB up. So in that sense, I can still look for the buy chance, right? And also 1 hour chart is still uptrend too, right? Kumo is moving up, Senko span A, Kijun Sen upwards too. So I can still look for the buy chance in 5, right? So if the price will be, okay, now it's going into the Kumo now, right? Breaking the Senko span A downwards. But if it's going to be supported by this Kumo, right, Senko span B somewhere, then I will look for the buy chance still. If the Kijun Sen and Kumo are moving upwards at that time in bigger time frames, okay? Or let's see. So or I will just look at the divergence, right? I can look at the divergence, look for the divergence, and look for the buy chance that from there. So right now the recent low is here. So recent low was, hold on, the recent low was on this candlestick, right? So this one was a low, and let's say the price will be going upwards from here, right? Let's say if you see some kind of confirmation of the stop of this short-term downtrend, and let's say the price will be supported somewhere here and start to retrace backwards this way too. In that case, the low of the stochastics will be here, right? The low of the stochastics will be here. So if the price will be stopping above the recent low, right? If the price will be stopping above the recent low and if it goes backwards to the upside from here, then we see the divergence at that time, right? The lows are getting lower on this stochastics, but the low of the price itself was not really going lower at that time. So in that way, I will look at this divergence and I will look for the buy chance afterwards. And also stochastics might be gold crossing afterwards, and that will be another buy chance for me. Is it clear so far? So yeah, I think this is another type of divergence that we can find, right? So the lows are getting higher in the price action, but the low of the divergence, I'm sorry, not the divergence, low of the stochastics are getting lower, and it's going backwards, right? It's going backwards direction, and that's something that we can look for as a divergence too. So when it happens in the market, I will look for the buy chance in 5. I hope it makes sense to everyone. All right. All right, good to see you, everyone. Good to see you. All right. More videos on legendary traders. Sure, I will. I will. There are more to come. There are more videos to come. So, for sure, for sure. Thank you for the explanation. Sure, welcome. You're welcome. So yeah, sorry I don't use MACD or CCI anymore. So yeah, I don't look at the divergence on those indicators. From Philippines, K, sure. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. Alright, I read it, Basic Master Ichimoku 5 times 2 and found the improvement day by day. Sure, sure. Great to hear that, Pac. Great to hear that. Yeah, so that book actually very deep too. Yeah, I would say it's a deep, because that book is actually written by the original book of Ichimoku too. So yeah, you can read through over time on that Ichimoku Basic Master book that's available within the community, and you can study about Ichimoku Kinko here as well. Euro USD showing bear coming in now. Okay, Euro looks like it's getting weaker now. All right, hold on. Let me see if there's any news right now. Are there any news today? Not really. There was a Canada retail sales, and there will be a Powell speech later on, but yeah, looks like there is no GBP or Euro related news right now. So I think this is due to some kind of other news, except for fundamentals. Yeah, but Euro is being quite weak right now. So, oh yeah, and this one, Euro USD is breaking this triangle downwards now. I was looking at the triangle of this market. This is the 1 hour chart, and it looks like it is breaking downwards. So my view is downwards to this way. But because this is a Friday, right? Tomorrow and the day after, the market will be closed. So I don't think I will take trades, because in Japan it's towards midnight. So I will go to bed anytime soon. So I don't think I will watch the chart anymore after this public live. So yeah, usually I don't really take trades in later night in Japan time on Fridays, because I'm not really sure if I can secure the position right by break even. So yeah, usually I don't really hold the position unless I have running like 80 or 100 pips of profit, or unless I set the break-even line. Otherwise, I just take some profit and come back to the chart on Monday or Tuesday. Yes, makes sense. I have to come back to this video. Sure. Yeah, so everything's saved up on the archive, so you can look back and always learn something new from my past videos too. Thanks for your comment. You make me understand well in Japanese candlesticks. Sure. So yeah, originally my intention was not really to talk about candlestick patterns or Ichimoku Kinko Hyo when I started this YouTube account. Actually, I was trying to talk about like a moving average or Bollinger Bands with stochastics. But yeah, I think it's nice to talk about that topic because I am Japanese and I got lots of resources for here in Japan. So yeah. It makes sense, right? It makes sense. And I think I'm only the one, right? Only the Japanese trader who are actually live streaming from Japan in English. So that's like a niche for me too. So we look for the following for buy chance: up trend, price action, stochastic gold cross divergence, support previously by Kijun Sen. Correct? Yes, that's correct. So EURGBP. Okay, now I can see that there is a kind of support right now. We have to wait for a couple more minutes to confirm this support. But if the price will be going upwards from here, then the stochastics will be retracing backwards too. And at that time, right, you will see there is a divergence on the stochastics, so you can look for the buy chance there afterwards. Yeah. Yep. How you create your watch list? This is actually the pairs that I usually look at, but of course I look at other pairs too, like Euro JPY or Euro CAD. I look at other pairs too, but these are the main pairs that I usually look at. And these are all the major pairs or major currencies. I don't really go for the minors or exotics because I'm not really sure what's impacting on those currencies. Sometimes there are many unknown reasons, right, that's impacting the market on these, minor to exotic currencies, and that's why I don't really go for it. All right, GBP USD is going down. All right. Yeah, so we'll see that one. So GBP is currently weak right now, right? If you look at the currency strength chart, GBP is the green one, and currently it's going down. It's on the lower level on this GBP right here. So yeah, I can see that the all these GBP pairs are in volatile right now. Looks like this AUD is getting stronger now. So if you look at the AUD pairs, right, for the recent like 2 or 3 hours, it is retracing. So you have to be careful on AUD. All right. Traders hate holidays because we cannot take trades. Yeah, so that's when we can charge our energy to move on to take trades next week. All right. Good to see you from UK. All right, see you. All right, Stochastic Divergence is a trade setup. Yep. So the entry trigger will be, in multiple confirmations. So divergence is just one of the triggers, and also I look at the candlestick patterns, and also I look at other tools and lines too. All right. You're welcome, Daft. You're welcome. All right. And Jonathan, you're welcome too. I have been searching for legit Ichimoku teacher for months, and I can easily say you are the best. Sure. I know that there are many other teachers on YouTube that talks about Ichimoku really great. So yeah, I think as long as they are reading the original books and they are studying with their experience, I think it's okay. Yeah. But sometimes, right, there are people who only talk about signals, right? Where to take buy, where to take sell. That's it. And I don't really watch those videos because these are not really true. When it comes to Ichimoku, they're not really true. So yeah, I don't really look at these videos or websites. Heuristic pattern 1-hour chart looks different to mine. I think it's different broker, different platform. This is MT5. So if you're using MT5, pretty much the setup, the chart looks to be the same. Or if you're using the same broker or different broker, right, usually the market might be a little bit different. Yeah. Yeah, you can use any setup here. You can use any numbers. I use 30, 10, 10, but you can use any other numbers too. So yeah, level 50, right? Level 50 is very important when you look for the crosses on the stochastics, right? You draw the 50% level and you look for the buy chance, right? If the stochastics is gold crossing below 50, that would be more reliable. And if it's gold crossing below 20, that will be even more reliable, right? And if it's dead crossing above 80% level, that would be more reliable. And if it's dead crossing below, between 80 and 50, that will be another reliable dead cross. And that's what I mean by the 50% level being very important. But don't forget to follow the trend, right? Don't forget to capture the trend. So in this case, right, the price has been going upwards this way. So we only look for the buy chance, right? So even if there is a dead cross above 80% level, you don't want to take trades this one, because these dead crosses might be fake. But we only look for the gold cross of stochastics. When it's going up, we only look for the gold cross of the stochastics, right? Which I talk about it on the Forex Tester 4 session, right? So always look for the gold cross and you should be fine. All right, so what do you think about the fundamentals? Oh, I have the fundamental video. So if you haven't watched that, you can look it back. Right? Yeah, actually, I think the video is on the below description too. So you can take a look at that one. Or you can see my archive and you will see me, talking about fundamental news and taking trades with the fundamentals. But yeah, right now there are recession, right? The economy is going down. Basically, the stock market is kind of going up, but yeah, this is pretty much the market is still recovering from the recession due to coronavirus. So yeah, whenever there is a news that's related to GDP or interest rate, or especially sentiment news will be impacting so much, because sentiment reports are the up to date, right? Usually GDP or interest rate are coming from the past month, so it's kind of lagging news, right? So I would be careful to look at the sentiment reports these days, because that's what psychology is, right? That's what psychology is reflected on that news. Alright, so I guess I will be ending live anytime soon because it's been up to 1 hour now. Time flies, time flies. It's already 1 hour, wow. Yeah. But I hope you enjoyed today's live. So, yeah, once again, I do these lives every day. But recently, I am thinking to do the lives not really every day. I am deciding to take some breaks, right? Maybe Monday, Tuesdays, I will be taking break. And on the rest of the days, right, Wednesday through Sunday, I will be doing the live. So, and also, I'm also thinking to change time, right? As announced on my previous lives, on this public one, I am also thinking to change the time of these lives. Because usually, right, or every day, I start this live at 11 p.m. JST. But this is actually too late for me, right? This is too late for me. It's already like in the midnight, so I have to go to bed. And I feel a little tired afterwards. But because my brain's still like hyper, right, after the live, it really takes time to calm myself down until I go to bed. So I am thinking to move the time a little bit earlier, so that the I can just relax, right, and can be stable on this on these lives on public. So this is the request program guide as of now, but it might be changing anytime soon. And I will let you know. I will create a video to clarify the change, right? Exactly what time I will be doing, from what date, and also in what program guide I will be doing, right? I will make sure to create that video for everyone to not to confuse everybody. And also, like I said, right, all these are actually basically saved on the archive, so you can always replay the archive and learn from my past videos too. Okay, so yep, thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to do this every day. Actually, it's been my pleasure. But yeah, I think ever since this January, I have been doing these lives every day, almost every day. So I think it's a good time to have a little break here and reduce it to like 5 times a week of the live. And also, yeah, I think those changes will be necessary. All right, but yeah, I will let you know by another video officially, so that you know the new schedule as time goes on. All right. Anyways, thank you for joining, everyone. All right. Thank you. My pleasure. Everyone, thank you. You're welcome. All right. So I hope you have a great weekend. All right. And stay healthy and stay gold. All right. Bye for now. Mata ne. Good night from Japan.